Mas o mais importante de tudo, gente, é que a gente tem aqui um convidado mais que especial, inédito no programa, tá bom? Só que ele é gringo, então a gente vai falar um português, um inglês aqui para traduzir para vocês. Então pode chamar aqui o Trymbi, bota na sala. Hey Trymbi, how you doing, man?
Oh, hello. I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna explain a little bit. Like, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna ask you in Portuguese, then I'm gonna say it in English, and after you finish, I'm gonna speak in Portuguese for them, okay?
Yeah, sure thing. No worries.
Alright. Então, gente, primeiro eu vou perguntar pra ele o que ele tem achado do Brasil, né? Porque, pô, como é o nosso primeiro contato que a gente tá tendo no programa, eu quero saber, tipo, se tem alguma peculiaridade ali que ele gostou, às vezes uma comidinha, às vezes um costume que ele achou meio ruim. Então, Trymbi, first of all, like, how you been finding Brazil so far? Like, do you have any compliments or complaints that you'd like to point out?
I would say when it comes to positives, I would say overall I think the region is pretty fine. I think the food has been amazing so far, and overall the atmosphere that I've been like enjoying here. The complaints, I would say one is for sure the solo queue. I think it's borderline unplayable. I would say, but that's just I think it's like a mentality thing. And people like treat it here. I feel like there's like not that many pro players, and yeah, I think that pro player. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like every time I'm just meeting like a random OTP that just doesn't want to be there. Like in my game. So I don't want to be there too. I would say, but yeah, I would say overall is yeah, I'm trying to enjoy as much as I can. Not the easiest time, but for sure my teammates are helping me out with that too, and the community has been so far pretty fun. I think I've been enjoying a lot, like the atmosphere, especially on stage. I think atmosphere on stage has been quite crazy, actually.
And
Perfect.
can I ask something to him and Miley?
Pode falar, com certeza.
Okay. Trymbi, what do you think about Carioca in solo queue? What do you think about him? Do you like
I think
him?
I think because you've been in that game as far as I remember. Like I remember you've
yeah.
been also chatting in that game. I think both of you, if you like played slightly better, I think everything would have been perfect. But
Okay.
how it is. I know, but at the end of the day, I think outside of that thing, I mean, to be fair though, just look at that. He doesn't play any Pantheon games. That's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
he did not play Pantheon, so like everyone is kind of happy. I think everyone is enjoying their wins, and I think that's pretty good.
So you were good to him, you did a feedback to him. That's
Yeah, bro. Like I just said what I thought, and seems like he took it to heart. At the end of the day.
Perfect.
Alright, let me just translate a little real quick. Então, gente, ele falou que ele tem gostado muito da comida e da atmosfera do Brasil. E os problemas que ele achou foi, com certeza, solo kill, que ele achou que, cara, é praticamente injogável. Ele falou que quase todo jogo ele tem algum mono champion que parece que não quer estar ali, e daí faz com que ele também não queira estar ali. E o Greve aí, ele também... E ele falou que a comunidade tem sido legal também. E daí o Greve perguntou pra ele sobre um incidente que teve na solo kill, né? Que ele... Como é que foi, Greve? Que ele fala do Carioca...
Eu não perguntei sobre incidente não, mas ele nem sabia que tinha rolado, pô. Eu só falei o que ele acha do Carioca na solo kill.
Para de ser mentiroso, moleque.
Tá bom, teve um incidente na solo kill que ele criticou o Carioca de Pantheon, né? Mas daí eles chegaram à conclusão que ele fez um bem pra todo mundo, porque o Carioca não jogou nenhum jogo de Pantheon na LTA Sul, e que isso daí, no fim das contas, foi bom pra Pen Gaming. Mais alguma coisa que eu esqueci, Taizão?
Não, só isso mesmo. Posso perguntar um negócio?
Com certeza.
So Trymbi, you were talking about the solo kill level is like very bad, right? And I think we all agree about that here. Everyone that was a pro player before can agree on that. Do you think like maybe because the level of solo kill is not that good, maybe should be more interesting about training more blocks of screens instead of playing solo kill, or do you think like it's important anyway, even like the level is so bad, it's important to play solo queue?
I think it depends how people like view, because even if we would add more scrim games, let's say the night blocks, right, that some of the people do like in different regions. I think it depends on the commitment of the players, because I do think solo queue at the end of the day helps you like kind of unwind and try to make sure you're like not thinking about this like macro states and everything. But I think quite a bit of people here, when they play solo queue, they kind of just I mean, I don't want to say too negatively. I think they just turn off their brains off, like pretty much. They just play the game, make sure they like skill check enemy player, and I think that's why this region overall I think is quite good mechanically when it comes to like actually outplaying people just because of this. But I do think the fact that people don't really think about what they're doing in game, especially in solo queue, kind of I would say it relates to the competitive games too. I feel like a lot of people just actually play the game and try to outplay an enemy team, but they actually have no idea why they do it, So I think that's pretty problematic. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think still you need to play solo queue at the end of the day. I mean, you just have to. Like, it actually helps you with like mechanics and everything, and actually playing out like just have simple goals, Coming here, like when I started playing it now, like I'm just whenever I queue up, I try to like have simple goals to actually have anything useful out of those games. Because when the mid game comes in, like I swear to God, I have no idea what my teammates are thinking. I'm happy that I do not think about it too. I actually stopped even checking what's happening on the other lanes. Because when I check, there's been a bit of a headache, going on after.
Alright.
Ok. Então, guys, basicamente eu perguntei pra ele sobre, já que a solo queue é tão ruim, né? Será que não seria mais interessante a gente, né, treinar à noite, ter mais blocos de screen, jogar menos solo queue? Ou tipo, solo queue é importante anyway, né? E ele falou que realmente a solo queue é muito ruim, pode atrapalhar um pouco. Ele disse até que reflete um pouco no competitivo, né, Bailin? Ele falou que tipo, que a galera só joga com o cérebro desligado e até alguns pro players em jogos competitivos pode refletir ao nível da região, mas em contrapartida, por causa da solo queue e do jeito que os jogadores aqui do Brasil são, né, são muito mecânicos. Ele disse que os times aqui têm boas mecânicas, né? Os jogadores têm boas mecânicas, e ele disse que mesmo o nível da solo queue sendo muito ruim, é muito importante jogar solo queue de qualquer forma. É interessante pro jogador porque melhora a mecânica, melhora o individual. E um negócio que eu achei muito legal também que ele falou, né, que foi o finalzinho ali, que ele falou que comparado com quando ele começou a jogar, comparado com agora, o que ele tenta fazer antes de você jogar solo queue, você setar algumas metas individuais pra você poder alcançar essas metas individuais e não pensar muito no externo ali. Porque ele falou que quando chega no mid-game, cada um faz o que quer e foda-se. Então, eu acho que ter essas metas realmente faz muito sentido, acho que ajuda bastante. Acho que é isso, né, Marinho? Esqueci algo?
Não, foi isso mesmo.
Não.
E agora eu vou perguntar pra ele, gente, que a gente já fez até pergunta pra outros jogadores da Cade, que, tipo, quando ele chegou aqui, mano, a gente achava que ele era meio bagre, tá ligado? Só que hoje em dia, mano, o cara tá parecendo um deus jogando realmente. Tipo, ele micra todo mundo da Cade, o cara, ele é extremamente importante pro time. Então eu vou perguntar sobre isso, o que causou essa mudança diretamente pro cara. Trymbi, when you first arrived in Brazil, I feel like you weren't bringing your A game, but now you're like the pillar of 2K's strategy, I feel like you play a very important role. What caused this change? Was it something like individual? Was something like, on the collective side?
I mean, I personally think I don't think I still play that well right now. I think my role is a bit different in this team. Like, I don't need to like play, mechanically perfect every single thing, even though I kind of want to, because that's always something that I've been focusing on. But right now, more of a thing is like trying to make sure my team is kind of on the same page with everything we do. And it's not necessarily on me. I don't think I'm like the main guy talking everything, and that's something for sure in winter it was more of a thing, because I talked way more in winter than now, but it was because I think we were lacking some of the fundamentals that are needed in order to play the game properly. And I think that's why winter was a bit tougher than now, just because of the fact that I think there was like bigger gaps in knowledge between us. And I think like between every player, I think every player had a different idea how to play. Some people didn't even like fully understand how to play specific scenarios, right? Like just fundamentals. And it's still a thing. I would say, like, it's for sure like we still have to work on fundamentals at the end of the day, because that's the most important thing. But I think comparing it to winter, right now I think in spring our players have better idea of how to play. And I think that helps me as well, just because of the fact I know what's happening, and the things that are happening are actually like somewhat justifiable. You know, like in winter, we would have things that personally I had no idea what was going on sometimes, and it would be hard to make plans out of it, right? Because if you don't, but you know, at the end of the day, if you don't know what you're doing, maybe enemy team also will have no idea what you're doing. But that's not something that is definitely not something that I like to play around. But yeah, that was something that kind of helped us. But now I think it's more structure, and I'm quite happy with the fact that we're getting better and better with each day.
Alright. Então, gente, ele disse que, mano, o maior problema, quando ele fala winter, ele tá falando do primeiro split, tá, gente? Só que não é o inverno pra gente, mas é o primeiro split que ele tá falando. E daí ele diz que ele tinha que meio que pensar muito para os outros e ele também não tinha muita noção do que estava acontecendo, possivelmente porque ele não estava acostumado com o estilo ainda, talvez do Brasil e do time, e que isso fazia com que ele não conseguisse focar tão bem no jogo dele. Então agora que eles já treinaram bastante os fundamentos, agora que meio que todo mundo já tem uma noção boa de como jogar, ele tá conseguindo focar mais no dele, mas ele acha ainda assim que ele não tá jogando tão bem quanto ele poderia, que talvez ele pudesse até, né, tomar um pouco menos de conta dos outros, assim. Então, é meio que isso, tá ligado? Tipo, meio que no primeiro split ele tava querendo tomar conta muito do time em si e acabava esquecendo o individual dele. E agora que todo mundo tá mais na mesma página, ele consegue focar melhor no individual dele e tem uma performance melhor. Grava, você quer fazer mais uma pergunta?
Não, acho que não. Na real que eu não sei, a gente não joga contra eles, né?
Só se eles perderem pra Fúria, acredito, cara.
Eu acho que a Loud tem que ganhar da PEN também.
A Loud tem que ganhar da PEN e eles perderem pra Fúria, né?
É.
Ah, não, isso aqui. Não, eu ia falar que ele ia ficar fudido, mas tá de boa.
Ah, tá. Então
Siga,
vamos perguntar mais coisa aqui.
Eu ia intimidar ele, tá ligado?
You can ask for some tips, you know, like you're in the lower bracket, you need some, like, it's always the thing, you know?
No, I rather ask karaoke, you know, if I have something.
I see how it goes. But to be fair though,
Okay.
you saw the Twitter, he's not really the best jungler out there apparently, so you never know how it
Yeah.
goes, huh? Never know.
Yeah. Dizam is the best jungler, right?
I mean, I believe so, yeah, but that's just my believing, you know? I mean, honestly,
Okay.
I think all three of them are actually doing really well, so it's hard to say. But I think the Zami has been doing a lot for us, so that's why I believe he's like pretty good. But yeah, I mean, every team fan has other things, you know?
I see you're taking care of the words, Trymbi, because I gotta be
Oh,
honest
you have
with you.
to,
Like,
yeah.
I enjoy how sincere you are, man, and I feel like Europeans are more used to this way, but in Brazil, it's usually not so well received. Like, were you surprised on the response from the community on some of your statements? Like, I don't know, when you joked about the Kuri Soraka, for instance.
Yeah, I think one thing is that I can see the Pain fans especially are very passionate about their players. And that's just, I mean, I respect it, honestly. But to be fair, though, it's just a Twitter game. Like, on Twitter, I can see this. While on stage, right, when I'm there, there's, like, so many Pain fans that are just, like, you know, like, not, like, cheering for us, but, like, they're, you know, I come after to the fan meets, and they're, like, really cool people, taking pictures, talking to us, like, you know. I mean, of course, there's gonna be banter on Twitter, but at the end of the day, yeah, I try to deal with it somehow. Of course, there's, like, larger portion of these people, like the Pain fans on Twitter, and you have to. I like to fight it back. You just have to. I don't think you just. Sometimes I don't like making statements like, you know, I apologize for something. Well, what do I apologize for? I just said things that, you know, sometimes I believe maybe are true, maybe not. Some people see it different, and I'm happy to make like different opinions and make people like have discussions, right? For instance, I had the discussion between like, yeah, who's better, me or Kuri? Like, who cares? Like, I mean, sure, you guys can like have like your opinions, who's like better mechanically, who does like stuff better in your team. I couldn't care less. I think the most important is like who wins at the end of the day, and hopefully it will be me. But at the end of the day, Spain is a pretty strong team, and right now they're for sure like the best out there. So in order to beat them, now we have to beat Furia, and yeah, it's gonna be one interesting game too, right? They're also pretty decent right now.
I rather Kuri or Trymbi.
Oh, I see. So you'd rather have curry than me. Enjoy
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, he speaks a bit of Portuguese too, huh? So,
Yeah.
but hey, what do you think about your support? Because if you want like curry instead of me, like what you just want to like change him like that? You would like to just you would swap him? You would swap him if you could? What do you
No.
Oh,
I
you sure?
I
Okay.
love Frosty. Yeah, I love
I
Frosty.
see. Okay, how it goes. I see.
He's better than you, by the way.
Oh, really? I saw,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw his, I saw his poppy game. It was not like as clean, you know. Like, but he was doing
Yeah.
all right. Like, France is pretty aggressive with him.
Did you take some notes?
Oh, no, not really. I didn't watch lower
Okay.
bracket games. Like, I
Oh,
was
okay.
like,
You will join soon. Take care.
oh, I'm joining you soon. But I don't. But I don't know if I will play you. You know, like it's still 2 weeks. You might be out by then. We don't know. We don't know.
Para
Esse
esse
humorzinho
assassinato.
dele
Stop the
sarcástico, velho.
assassination, Trymbi. Stop, man.
No, don't no,
Okay.
he-
He's
You won
already
the
there.
banner.
He's already there.
No, he's the guy who like made, you know, the karaoke thing, you know, go, and he was the one laughing with him at that solo queue game. I have to fight back now a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay, nice.
I'm okay with that.
But sorry, to add, because I forgot to the question, because I kind of went out of topic. Like one thing I think here is that people take like this banter, for instance, stuff like this, very personal. You know, I think that's something in this community. Well, I generally don't care. You know, like you can flame the shit out of me until like you know, if it's your opinion, who cares? You know, I tell you like don't go on my like, you know, really personal on me. Like I don't know my family and stuff. I couldn't care less. You know. But I think people here are like taking personal whatever you say. If you say somebody's bad, I feel like I'm talking bad about his family, you know, over here, which is like, you know, I try not to think about it, but yeah, that's kind of how it feels. And hopefully, you know, it will change like with the time. But maybe it's also like a thing with like translation, right? Maybe here people don't fully understand sometimes what I say, so they try to they talk a bit more than what I actually say, you know? They think of me more than what I actually speak of.
Yeah. Like people assume stuff from you because of a thing that you said that doesn't have to do exactly with what they are assuming, you know?
Yeah,
I feel
exactly,
you.
yeah.
Então, gente, pra resumir isso tudo, né, o que ele falou, porque ele fala bastante, inclusive, tô gostando muito das coisas que ele tá falando aqui. Eu perguntei pra ele que, tipo, ele é um jogador muito sincero e que eu gosto bastante disso dele, né, porque os europeus, eles têm muito essa parada, gente, lá na Liga Europeia, que eles são muito sinceros uns com os outros, então eles estão sempre se farpando e tal. E lá é uma parada normal, a galera dá risada e tal. Só que quando ele faz isso aqui no Brasil, ele sente que quando ele faz isso, ele fala alguma coisa de algum jogador, os fãs acham que ele tá atacando pessoalmente o jogador, que tá falando mal da família dele.
Né? A galera
leva muito pro
pessoal o bagulho.
pessoal. E daí ele acha até que às vezes a galera se perde às vezes na tradução, porque tipo não era a intenção dele e talvez seja só uma questão cultural. Então, e daí eu perguntei se ele fica surpreso com a resposta, e ele falou que sim, e por causa desses motivos. E lá na Europa, né, e na gringa no geral, eles têm essa parada chamada Banter, que é tipo, mano, uma troquinha de farpas, né, que a gente poderia traduzir aqui, Taizão Gravitar.
E o que rolou agora,
Acabou
né?
de rolar aqui, né? Acabou de rolar na dinâmica agora.
Pra quem não tava
Ele ficou
entendendo
xereca.
ali, né? O Gravitar começou a dar umas gracinhas ali falando que o Curi é melhor que ele e tal. Daí o Trymbi perguntou, pô, se o Curi é melhor que eu, quer dizer que você não gosta do seu suporte, você trocaria o Frost pelo Curi. Rolou essa farpinha aí, tá ligado? Então, é tipo isso, né? O Banter é tipo isso mesmo.
Mas ele ficou de xereca, tá, Taizão? Não, depois.
Ficou? Eu não senti que ele ficou, não.
Eu senti que tu ficou mais fudido.
Os dois brigaram, mas tu saiu pior, mano. Com todo respeito aí, obviamente, velho. Mas agora, até pra finalizar aqui, né, liberar o Guerreiro, eu vou perguntar, eu vou falar que ele vai estar jogando contra a Fúria e como é que ele vê esse confronto, tá, gente? So Trymbi, first, you know, to the next question, like, you're playing Fúria now, Super Fúria, and how do you see this match playing out?
I mean, it depends. I think past 2 weeks they didn't do so well because of, as far as I heard, some of the players were sick, right? And they were not really feeling that well all over around. So, you know, that's like some kind of excuse for like the games they had, right? But I personally think they're a pretty solid team. I think they're like well coached as well. I think Thinkard helps them a lot. and I think that they've been actually improving on like quite fast matter. So that's why they're like for sure out there in like the contention for like being like the best teams. And I think it's not gonna be an easy series for sure. I think they're matching pretty well. And as far as you remember, maybe guys, right, our game, even though we kind of like won all the lanes and like we pretty much like stomped them in early or like mid game, then run team fight and they won anyway. That's something that we have to for sure take care of and make sure we're doing better. I think past 2 weeks we've been improving in the team fight matter, but that's not the only way to win, right? And I'm sure they'll think of the ways, especially in I think it's best of 5 right now, right? So yeah, it's gonna be the draft situation is also gonna matter a lot. Where like for us, right, this weekend, I think Morpheus already talked about it, but we kind of tested some of the champions or like the ways we wanted to play during that game against Loud, because the game basically didn't actually matter at all. So it was good to check, but now I think hopefully we'll be able to prepare some good stuff against them, because losing then is not really good for anyone, right? Going to loser bracket, having so much pressure. But so I hope that we'll be able to win and hopefully face, in the winner bracket the winner of Loud Pain. We'll see who that one is.
All right. Man, thank you so much for your interview. Thank you very, very much. Last question. Would you have a reborn baby?
Wait, what do you mean, like reborn baby?
Yeah,
Wait, what
go
do you
look
mean by
out.
that?
Yeah, you're gonna learn from it.
very
Ask your
good,
teammates.
Don't do that.
Okay, I'll check it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I can see
Thank you
Grave
very
that is
much.
already enjoying, being here as like a podcast enjoyer instead of a player, because he's been here for quite a long time, and I had to wait quite a bit. But I really appreciate every single one of you, and hopefully, have a good
Thank you,
day overall.
Trymbi.
Thank you so much.
Good
Thank
luck.
you. Have a
Good
good
luck
one, man.
next week.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, team.
Então, gente, ele falou que a Fúria, né, apesar de ter todo esse episódio da gripe e tal, que eles até, né, falaram sobre que por causa das derrotas e etc. Ele falou que eles são um time super sólido, que ele falou que ele respeita muito o trabalho que o Fincard, que ele acha que ele ajuda muito eles também. E que ele tá sentindo um pouco que a última partida contra a Fúria foi aquela que eles dominaram o jogo inteiro e eles perderam lá no late game, que foi até a partida que o Jojo tava de Nico e o Ayu tava de MF, né, se vocês forem lembrar. Então, ele quer, ele quer se provar aí e acha a Fúria um time muito bom. Teve mais alguma coisa que ele falou assim que a gente esqueceu de falar? É óbvio, eu perguntei pra ele do bebê reborn, gente, mas pelo amor de Deus, era só uma brincadeira. E eu espero que ele não realmente pergunte o que é um bebê reborn pros teammates dele, porque senão ele vai ficar traumatizado assim como a gente. Puta merda.
Eu curti a entrevista dele aí, mano. O cara fala bem, ele é legal. Cara legal, mano. Cara, gente boa. Deixou o Avatar fudido.
Não.
Mano, ele te deixou de xereca, Greve.
Deixou ele fudido.
Mano,
Ele
já vou
fudido.
até procurar aqui, mano, o Twitter dele, velho. Deixa eu dar bloco nesse merda, mano. Sim, o incrível do caralho, velho.
Ele mandou, guys, uma hora ali, ele mandou: Mano, eu não posso, né, dizer que se eu cair pra Loser Bracket eu vou jogar contra você, porque daqui 2 semanas você pode estar no banco de novo. Ele soltou essa aspas, o cara ficou fudido, velho.
Você pode, mas nem tá lá, filho. Foi nesse nível, mano. Não sei como a galera depois vai soltar, mas tá rolando muitas entrevistas assim, gente, essas entrevistas individuais e até as paradas que a gente faz lá no stage estão sendo postados vídeos na BaianoTV, que é esse canal que vocês estão acompanhando a live aí no YouTube. Pra rapaziada aí também da Twitch e da Kik, pode ir lá pra BaianoTV pra ver depois as entrevistas, que tá bem legal.